Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach's Corner. Now let's join Monty Walker with Howe Bulldogs head coach Bill Jaley.
All right, Coach. Emotional week last week with the passing of Moondog. Your players walked out of the tunnel with a jersey with his name on it. They went to the funeral service on Saturday. Do you think they understand the depth of what he meant to this community and to this football program?
Yeah, I believe they do. It may not have hit them at first, but I think going to the funeral and seeing how many lives Moondog actually touched and what Moondog was about to our community the last 30 years, I think it really sunk in on them at the funeral more than anything else. A lot of our players know Moondog, knew who he was, but probably didn't understand the history of everything he's done here in Howe. So I think the funeral service Saturday kind of hit home to him how special Moondog was to our community. And, he's going to be missed. He's going to be missed by our football program dearly. I mean, I miss him already as my neighbor, because, with my little boy, sooner or later he's going to ask, where's Moondog? And, we got to explain that. So it's been a big loss for the Bulldog football community.
Well, on Friday night, your offense looked great. Again, put up big numbers. You got to be happy with the way the offense looks.
Yeah, very happy with the way our offense is playing right now. I mean, tip my hat to Austin. He was out for 10 days, hardly threw a football for 10 days, and had a great night throwing the ball. You could see in the first quarter some of the throws were off a little bit, throws he usually doesn't miss. But as the game progressed, he played great. So, yeah, our offense is, we got a lot of weapons offensively. I preach it every day at practice. We have the ability to score at any time with our offense. We really do. And we have the ability to drive down the field and chew up clock whenever we want. So our offense is, I'm very excited about where we're going, and we just keep getting better at it, and just keep improving. It's the offensive line. I got to tip my hat to them. They've major improvement on the offensive line from last year to this year.
Defensively, things to work on. I think, from what I understand, the focus of the week maybe was effort, and that might have been preached a little bit. Talk about that.
Yeah, effort was big. Big preach this week in practice. The biggest thing that from a defensive standpoint is, do what you're coached to do. Plain and simple, do what you're coached to do. Because when you watch the film on Saturday, I think our kids with the speed of Sanger and the size of Sanger a little bit, that they kind of reverted back to some old bad habits, and that hurt us in the game, especially in the second half. But effort is key. Defense is all about effort, and we have some kids that aren't giving full effort, and you probably won't see them out on the field defensively anymore, but that's the biggest thing defensively, because we have people in position. They just got to make the plays and be there. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Effort is the big thing right now defensively.
We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit one offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
Coach, how did the process come together with scheduling Weatherford Christian on this bye week?
Well, about middle of last week, I started getting in my mind, we need to find a game. We need to find a game to make up for the Bells game. I wanted to have a game for one. We really haven't had a game this week that we've had all our starters on the field at the same time. Like even last week against Sanger, people might not realize it. Caleb Walmer, that was his first football game of the year, and we're in the third week of the season. That was his first game. And we've had several others that play or out because of COVID and everything else. So I really wanted to get a game to get our whole team on the field at the same time before district. And then also, you want to get your seniors every game that they're entitled to. So I really wanted to find a game. So I called Carl Padilla, said, hey, send me the list of everybody that has an opening next week. Reached out to a couple of schools, and Weatherford Christian replied back, and it was kind of a process. It was bang bang on Friday afternoon. Hey, we can play, but we can only play on Thursday, so on and so forth. So it took some juggling with moving junior high games, having to cancel the JV game again this week. So it was kind of a whirlwind process, but we needed a game.
So speaking of canceling the JV game, how does that affect your varsity roster?
Well, you'll see a couple guys that will play JV the rest of the year, or guys that are still on the bubble of moving up and down. They will suit out and probably get some playing time this Thursday night. with a game like this, that's not a district game. We want to play some of those younger kids a little bit at times just to see what they can do, see if they're ready. So you'll see some kids up this week that might still be on the JV the rest of the season. You see some up that might end up staying up.
So Weatherford Christian, they're 2-1 on the season. They lost a game to COVID. What do you expect to see from them?
We expect to see several different things in them. You never know. I always say with private schools, you never know what you're going to get. One team you see on film might be a different team that shows up, and I'm not the only coach that says that. I just was actually this morning talked to Coach DeZern over at Bonham, and he said when he was at Melissa, they used to play Argyle Christian, and they'd show up to the game, and there'd be like 5 kids on the field that they never saw on film. So you just never know with that, but they're a good team. I think we match up well with them, size, speed-wise, everything else. So it's a great matchup for us from toe-to-toe. Their variation of they show wing tee at times, flexible and triple option at times. They do try to throw the ball, so it's going to be a little bit of a whirlwind of how we're lining up just to defend everything. Defensively, from what I've seen on film, they're a 3-3 stack, one high safety team. They do like to blitz. They do swarm to the ball. They're aggressive, but I think we match up with them fine. I think offensively, right now offensively, I don't care who we play. I think we're going to score. But big thing this week is we need to build confidence, get our kids excited. I think if we can win this one, we'll have great momentum going into district.
Today's Coach's Corner has been brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. You're listening to the Robertson Welding Service Tailgate Party.